Alright, recording. A photographer takes 46 photos per hour. Go ahead and underline per hour. Per hour is a rate of change. That's basically, does anyone know a simpler word for that? That's her slope. So last night I was at In-N-Out with my kids. The kids were like, oh, it'd be cool that we work here because we live close enough to an In-N-Out you can walk there. So we asked the worker, how much do you make per an hour? They said $14.50 per an hour. $14.50 is your rate. Every hour you're going to get whatever it is. So this saying is the photographer takes 46 photos per an hour during a soccer game. How many photos does the photographer take if the game lasts 3.5 hours? So let's make an equation first, and let's look at directions too. Write an expression for each of the scenarios. So number one, write an expression or an equation. And then number two, use that expression or equation to answer the question. So get an answer. So let's get in our equation first. Well, the word per hour should kind of give us a hint that this is going to be linear. Raise your hand if you knew it was linear. Okay. Now, remember, if it was something like exponential, it would have said like double or triple every hour. Okay? So linear, my formula is y equals mx plus b. And the 46 photos per an hour, what letter is that? Y, M, X, or B? That is our M. M represents slope and the rate of change. So I have y equals 46x. Now my y-intercept kind of tells us like how many games do they start with. Maybe the photographer says, hey, you know what? You're paying me $1,000 for me to come shoot this soccer game, so I'll give you 4 photos free. Okay? But it doesn't say anything, so we're going to assume that they give us nothing for free, so it'll be 0. So really your equation is just 46x. X represents the number of hours. Write that. Right? Because if they do 1 hour, they've taken how many photos? 46. And the Y here represents the total number of photos. Total photos. Okay, so we got the first part done. We have this equation here. The second part now tells me this. How many photos, class, is that an X or a Y? That it represents a Y. Total number of photos. Does the photographer take if the game lasts 3.5 hours? Class, is this an X or a Y? How'd you know it's an X? Because we defined our variables that X represents the number of hours. So all I have to do here is put in 3.5. Let's do that. 46 times 3.5. I'm going to take out my calculator. 46 times 3.5 gives me 161 photos. Y equals 161. What does that mean? After 3.5 hours, there will be how many photos? A total of 161 photos. So the tip in this problem is looking for keywords. Per or each is linear, right? In quadratics, there won't be any keywords. And in exponential, you're looking for something like double or triples every day.